Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. So today we're going to be buying a lorry, something which I probably should have done before when we had more money, because we did have £2 million to spend, but not to worry, it would have probably made it too easy anyway. So it's going to be on a long-term lease sort of thing, it's not going to be too expensive, it should be quite cheap. It's the very nice MAN lorry by Black Sheep Modding. So since it is Sunday, I think it would be a good time to just very quickly mention Survivor Roleplay again. Because, well, I actually, probably about 2 weeks ago now, I did a post 1 to 2 weeks ago saying that I am putting it on hold. Mainly because I've just run out of ideas, and I've also pretty much hit the limitations of the game. And we've done flooding. I could flood the farm again, but then it's just the same ending as Series 1. So yeah, instead of doing that, I'm going to probably, in the next few weeks, do the final episode for FS19. We'll conclude it. I don't know yet, though, if I'm going to do the same character in FS22. I don't know if we're going to just wrap things up completely for Daggerwin, or if we're going to just leave it sort of open, so it can be, well, so I can return to it again in the future in FS22. Now, we've seen some pretty good things over the past week regarding 22. It looks like there's quite a few characters, different clothes, so even if they are still presets, like you can't customize things properly, it still looks like there is a good variety. So I'm confident that Survivor Roleplay can return even better than ever in 22, which will be at the end of this year. I think honestly dragging out 19 is just going to kill the series, and although some may say, oh well, surely you've killed it already, you've just killed it yourself by stopping it. No, that is exactly what I was concerned about. I think continuing it, running it dry, is killing it. I think that would kill it. So we'll have I'll have a good break. We'll have a nice fresh start for 22, new game, new characters. Even if it's still Daggerwin, there'll still be new characters. So yeah, I'm really confident that there is still a huge future for Survivor Roleplay. And I do just want to thank everybody for their support. You've been absolutely amazing, really supportive, giving good ideas. Some ideas have been so good though that it is just beyond the limits of the game. You just can't do it in Farming Simulator. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Please do not think that Survivor Roleplay has ended forever. If it has, I'll tell you. And it hasn't done yet. We'll see what FS22 offers. Okay, so, and we're going to know actually, we'll know before 22 is even released, because so much more information is yet to be announced. Yeah, so I'll just finish off here, putting the compost on the field. I've already put lime on, and then we're going to get the new truck, the new lorry. But the compost is really good because it takes ages to consume it, and it's also very cheap. To quote Fluke, the creator of the map, it is dirt cheap. That is a good one, a very good one. Yeah, so we still have some more fields to harvest. I'm actually hoping to go over to field number 1 today. It's going to be an interesting one. I like that field. It's over near the wetlands. I don't know if it's wetlands actually, or if it is just a lake. We should definitely have a look over there, do a bit of exploring. But it actually won't be too long until we can buy the next farm, because it is quite cheap, and that is the main reason why I'm going to lease the lorry instead of buying it outright. Because I think it's like £100,000 before you even configure it, which, like I said, is not too expensive, but it adds up. Okay, there we go. I'll take this back to the farm. We'll fill it up again in the future. I don't think we need to just yet. And we'll park it over here. So yeah, I don't want to also forget to keep mentioning the vote. There's always a vote in every video. At least there should be, because this is the interactive series. In the previous video, I forgot to mention there was one, but it was there. Many people voted, like 300 people, about the next crop type in 8, 7 and 1, but not necessarily all of them, because some of it has to be turned to grass. And it was Triticale which won, interestingly. So we're going to do Triticale in one of those fields, or maybe two. Anyway, yes, we will head to the store. We will buy this. Very nice. Very nice. So let me just configure things. We're going to go for the road tyres. Right, Model A, A1. Okay, I think we're going to go with just... Yes, Model A. Stickers! I actually quite like those. I think they really do add something to the overall design. That one especially. Yes, and it's got good strobe lights too. Strobe orange or no? Or white? Yes, we'll go with orange. Oh, it actually does turn clear, does it? It does. Interesting. And front 3-point hitch. That is obviously quite unusual. Love the idea of it. I think we will go with it, because you just never know when we might want to use it. So yeah, that is £5,240 plus £1,000 a day, plus £2,100 per operating hour, which isn't too expensive. I think white as well. I'm going to go with the standard white before I do that. I think it's just, yeah, it just suits it. Makes those decals really stand out. So this is going to be extremely useful for carting things like pellets, because we're going to be doing our pellets fairly soon. I'm just wondering if we can afford... I might have to get a different mod, but let's just see what we can afford here. Yes, I'll probably get a modded trailer in the future. For now, we'll put a flatbed on. Let me just take... Or maybe we could do... Yeah, low loader. That would be even more useful. Right, so we've used this before. I know it's not technically a loader, I don't think. I don't think it's got the ramps, but yes, we'll buy that. Pretty sure there's no ramps. We used it once on multiplayer. It's a decent lorry, providing I don't crash it. Strobes! Ah, it's lovely. Impressive. Very impressive. And here is the interior view. Working dials, lights. It tells us the real time there. The beacon, indicator lights. Yeah, really nice. Sadly, we don't have much use for it today. But over this series, we're going to be using it plenty. It's going to be very useful for obviously a tipping trailer and bales. I think the best thing to do is to bale field number 1 and to do pellets in field number 7. They're both wheat fields, so we'll do baling today. And that means we can use the lorry. So we'll just park it here for now. We're going to be taking it out again very soon. And as for the cows, I still haven't transferred them. I'm basically just waiting until we have everything ready. I would love to have some grass growing. Okay, lovely. Right, so I think, yeah, in that case, we will actually head over to field number 1 now. We have the combine. Oh, I suppose this one is here, ready to do. I'll do this one very quickly. Just changing my mind quite a bit. Let's get this wheat done. And then we can move on. And we can do some baling in field number 1. So yeah, 2 wheat fields ready to harvest. On swath mode. This is the smaller field. So it's just right for doing some pellets. But we won't be doing anything else with these fields today. No cultivation work. It's going to be harvesting, baling, bale loading, and potentially some pelleting. But yes, certainly next time we'll be doing some pelleting. Looks like the yield is pretty bad, but that was obvious really. We've done nothing to these fields. It's quite busy and we have to open the gate. I think we'll just park there. We'll just have to be patient. Yeah, I wonder what the traffic will be like in 22. I really hope they improve it. And when I say I really hope, I mean I really, really hope. The traffic is pretty abysmal, as you can see there. Okay, that's a tree. It's as bad as my driving. So, this is the wet area. It's an interesting design. I don't know if it is just really low lying or something. It's quite unusual. Little islands, it's pretty fun. You could explore. Okay, we'll get the header. So we get this field done. And, well, as you can see, the weeds have taken over because we've just been so slow at getting things done. Okay, that looks like we don't want to be re-drilling quite so close to the trees. And talking about trees, we are actually going to be removing the division between field number 8 and field number 7. Yeah, so we're going to make 8 and 7 one big field. I think what we'll do is we'll make 8 and 7 the triticale field. And then this field, field number 1, can be grass or clover or something that the cows require. Probably just grass. And as I said, yeah, this is going to be baled, so I need to make it as easy as possible for the baler. Yes, by keeping it nice and straight. That looks awful. Yeah, well, when I've done the headland it will be straighter. And actually I need to bring the lorry across. As you saw, I leased a new trailer. I tried to get the trailer which sort of fitted in best with the design of the lorry and the location that we're playing in. So it wasn't maybe the perfect trailer, but it's still very, very good. Really good. Went for the older design as well. Yeah, because I think it's a German trailer and we're not in Germany. But it still looks really fitting. Just love the strobes on the front. They really are impressive. It looks as though we can go through this way. Maybe not the official entrance, but it brings us straight to our combine harvester. And I do need to put the wheel down on the trailer. I'll do that in just a second. Get my part there. Yes, that wheel there is still up. Now it's down. And I don't think I'm going to time lapse this field. I don't like to do too many time lapses, so I will just jump cut. When I say jump cut, I will update you every so often. So yeah, getting a bit of weight in the front. This field actually won't take too long to do anyway. I think I will jump cut now and update you when we're about halfway through. See you in a second. Okay, so we're about halfway. We're almost full again. So I'm going to go and grab the lorry in just a second. But I had a bit of a brainwave. I should have been doing this the whole time. The tractor and the baler is following me. I've got it set quite a long way back so that the tractor isn't inhaling all of the straw and dust into the air filters. And it seems to be working very well. I actually said I wasn't going to use the round baler, but since that is the baler we have, why not? We might as well. It will most likely be changed very soon. In fact, chances are this will be the only field it bales, but you just never know. We may do some grassland with it. Okay, so that is 95%. Let's just go and get that lorry out there. Yeah, so as it turns out, we're actually going to be using this lorry for a lot of things. Carting grain, carting pellets, transporting vehicles, transporting bales, pretty much everything. In fact, we don't necessarily even need the small trailer that we have. We have a small trailer, and this is pretty much replaced it. The only reason why the small trailer would be useful is if we have to get into a very tight field, but I don't think we have to. Anyway, yeah, just back up and then we may just about get that in. It's about exactly the same width as the header. We'll see. And then yes, I just need to finish off the baling everywhere the worker doesn't go. But I've got to say, for a field full of weeds, this actually is yielding very well. Even though the yield map is showing bad. I guess wheat just does yield high. It's not even been fertilised. Okay, so it looks like when I stop and it all piles up, that is too much for the baler. You can see it happen there as well. So, the big question, is it going to be too wide? I think it's going to be just right, but it does widen. Let's take a look. Oh, that is so close. I'm pretty sure it is wider further down, but it might be borderline. I should do this all the time, just have a worker following us. We can get 2 jobs done in one. Almost at the end, and that is great. Look at that. Perfect, made to measure. That couldn't be any tighter. Okay, so yeah, I'll try and make the baling as neat as possible, but despite only doing a few swaths, it's been a great help. As I said, I should have had it going the whole time, but I forgot. Well, I didn't think of it actually. I should have done. Bit of a tight squeeze. And there we go. 2 fields worth of wheat in the trailer. So next time we will be using the pelleter on the Zerion because it does require a lot of power. And as we are in the process of putting pellets into the palletizer, we'll also collect up these bales. As usual, everything's taken much longer than expected, but what I will do is I'll get this wheat sold, and if I just pack that combine harvester up, I think if I put it, where should we put it? Over with the header trailer, we should be okay. Very nice lighting. This time of day. Okay, that should be fine. So that is ready to take back at the beginning of the next episode. Good. So into the lorry, and we would take that to whichever place is offering the most. Rusty Stores, which is incredibly close to here. How convenient, that is amazing. Literally just over there. Yeah, I don't know how many bales we've got in total, but that is impressive for a field which yielded badly. 19. 19 bales. And how many litres? 35,736. And that is from a crop which we've put no money into at all. We just inherited it. Yes, I'm so pleased that I bought this lorry. It's so nice. Okay, they do have quite a tight entrance. That's obviously where having the smaller trailer does come in handy. Okay, I don't think I can use the mirrors. They don't seem to be angled at the correct place. I don't know if you can adjust that, maybe you can do. But there we go. Don't want to go too far in because the trailer might hit the roof. The trailer might hit the roof anyway. We seem to be okay. There we go, £38,646. Well, that is just fantastic. I love this lorry. This whole setup is great. The map is great. Now I just need to figure out how to get out of here. I think if I back out onto the road. It's a very quiet road. There we go. Good job that field was there. And here we are back at the farm after a very busy day. I should probably find a suitable place to keep the lorry. After all, it's going to be used so much. It wants to be very accessible. It's going to block in the sheds if I park it over there. So I suppose maybe just down the side here. Yep, just here should be fine. So, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.